things. Let's see what kind of adjustments Riot is gonna have for us today, as they've lost the previous match against Myth. Again, it's a best of 3 series. They still have a lot to do
Same
here.
bands. Same bands.
There you go. Yeah. And actually, the composition that Riot was trying to pull off earlier. That Myth was pulling off earlier. It was really good. I was surprised that Preta was actually doing a lot.
Doing a lot. Okay.
That's actually I think that's one of the biggest things that you can try to look at and see what kind of mages. I think the mages of Myth Esports are really good.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm looking forward to what kind of composition they're going to draft. Hopefully, they go for something more mobile, because if you pick a Sentinel and a Joker, you're thinking of mobile. You're thinking of team fights all over the map.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
We went on the other side, those Malok and Fane, another beefy tanky lineup. Obviously, you have the Slims for jungle. That's pretty good. Jungle marksmen are actually a thing. I'm glad that none of these teams are going for the no marksman challenge.
Yeah, the marksman challenge.
We've seen kind of have a low win rate. I like that they're keeping things balanced. So far, so good. Over tanking on the side of Riot, though. I'm not sure if that's a great pick.
I mean, I feel like maybe that's the problem earlier. They weren't very comfy with their triple backline heavy damage dealers, and then just two like Zuka and then Ormar being your form of peel. So they decide to Illumia pick. For me, I'd rather
Triggered.
Yeah, I know. I know. What? Ano nangyayari? Ba't laging?
Yeah.
Go.
I mean, they're already hovered to the Natalia pick. I mean,
it was good.
I would favor the Natalia over the Illumia due to the burstiness of what Natalia can offer. Yeah. And as long as you get a good position and you have a lot of tanks on your side. But again, Illumia and Natalia didn't work out too well in the tournament for today for PPGL. But maybe, Riot could prove us wrong this time around.
I think they want to start the fights as soon as possible and get these freaking tanks into the fight. Try to force Myth into a fight that they're not comfortable with. I like that. Maybe that's what Myth Esports is going with this composition.
Yeah.
Although lack of DPS. What masabi mo dun?
Actually, yeah. Tanky sila, a lot of setup, but again, there's the lack of damage. I think it's gonna be up to Slims to farm up and deal the damage himself.
That's right. The thing is, though, we've seen this. Some teams try this before. Slims, single focus of strength, on the team,
and then you have the Illumia to support with the damage. And there's still like the global presence of some sort, but due to the fact that most of the meta heroes in AOV is very mobile heavy, you could easily dodge that. So I feel like for the stuns to actually connect for Illumia, it's a very very heavily reliant on the additional CC so that it could land and probably set up. But we'll have to see
you
how
can tell. You can tell she's really salty about this.
I'm not salty. I'm just, I want the team to prove us wrong.
But actually, I explained this to Rico earlier.
Yeah.
Illumia is better as a follow-up setup, not as primary. Here you have Malok as the primary. Then once Malok lands, you can hit the Illumia with the ult, and that's a good setup. But again, where is the damage going to come from?
That's right.
Exactly, and we're pretty worried about that. But again, Riot could prove us, the panel wrong here as we head on over to our second game of our third series. So I'm going to pass it over to Asarai and Butters.
Okay, guys. So now we're about to cast game number 2 between Myth Esports and Riot. So we're gonna see another Illumia come out. I mean, last week we didn't see anything close to the picks that they've been doing right now, composition that they are. But now we will see that, and an Arduin. First time we'll be experiencing this, Butters.
And actually, yun nga yung sinasabi mo, Asukay. Parang ngayon yung teams mas nag-a-adapt sila. Sa totoo lang na they're trying to pick heroes na hindi natin nakita last week kasi last week talagang meta heroes lang eh. This time around, they will go for these heroes na hindi pa natin nakikita nagagamit sa PPGL. Alam ko, hindi lang natin nakitang ginamit doon. Dati, yung pinaka-unusual lang, yung Alistair lang eh. But this time around, ang dami.
I'm thinking that this Arduin pick is going to be something to counter out the Lubu to a certain extent. Rather than being in the team fights, I think he's just going to be trying to be as lane dominant as possible right now. The problem is, Arduin doesn't feel like a hero na kayang manghabol ng tao. He can stay in the middle of the fights. He can be in the middle of the lane, but he can't be fast enough to follow up on an opponent, which is going to be very scary ngayon. Kasi, again, that puts another certain type of win condition para sa Riot to actually make their composition work.
Yep, and I do think naman na Riot dito, they do have the Malok. So, may setup naman sila kahit pa paano. They just need to give, sabi mo kasi Arduin dito, they just need to give him the proper setup and he'll do the rest. Yun na nga.
I mean, he can really stick into the fights, pero it's gonna be, how do you say this? Interesting kung paano mangyayari yung setups na yun na gagawin nila kasi the only setups that I see right here is probably gonna be the Malok and the Thane and ever the catch-off dito nung marksman nila. But anyways, Malok's gonna get caught out as a 3-man rotation from Myth and Zeus in the mid lane and he will have to go back to the drawing board for now.
And ito na nga, they're actually trying to stop or delay this Malok from actually getting his level 4 and they will go for the Spirit Sentinel and ganito din yung ginawa ng Myth kanina. They will always go for the objectives, try to get the Spirit Sentinel, they will group us as four, they will take that Spirit Sentinel, and this time around, hindi sumagot yung Riot dito for the Abyssal Dragon. Tignan natin mga kaibigan kung paano magpapan out yung game na to. Medyo interesting nga, sabi mo paring aso kay.
It seems like the thing that kind of Riot is doing right now, parang na-realize nila na hindi nila kaya out-rotate yung Myth. So, to try nilang gagawin ngayon is to try to survive the lanes with all of these warriors na kayang to absorb all of this damage. The problem is with that, again, I think like what Rico said was that Arena of Valor is a game of objectives, fast rotations as well. So, kung hindi sila mag-thwart ng plano sa Myth dito, they're giving away the Spirit Sentinel, the Abyssal Dragon, more levels, more gold to be had by Myth, and that's not what you actually want to do. I mean, being passive on this game would definitely put you in a very backward spiral. Kasi tingnan mo, level 5 na yung Kriknak dito, and then Riot still has like what? 1-2 members na level 3? This is not what they want to happen.
And MYT will get that Abyssal Dragon, so another objective para sa kanila dito. And look at the net worth lead dito for the side of Myth Esports. Talagang pataas, and Burst will get a kill on the Slims. So things are not looking great dito for Riot.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they already have their level 4, so maybe they can force a team fight or something, make that composition of them work for them right now. Or are they still waiting for that, let's say, itemization spot to actually kick in para mag-next gear sila? But at the end of the day, you can see kung gaano ka-focus ngayon ang Myth for just the objectives, and Riot kind of are splitting themselves apart, like the Illumia and the Arduin in the bottom lane trying to counter out this Lubu, not working enough for them, while the other ones are trying to fend off by themselves. So, at the end of the day, parang, it's just again another Myth play happening to, coming into fruition.
And ito na nga yung sinasabi din natin. Yung naisip ko ba dito parang aso kay yung setup nga na sinasabi natin kanina for the side of Riot. How can you set up kung meron Seniel tatalon dun sa backlines nyo? If you're gonna set up dun sa front line sila, then Seniel will actually go for the backlines. Kasi knowing na wala nang pipigil sa kanya dun, to actually bruise dito yung mga backliner dito ng Riot, pwede rin niya pigilan yung backup or yung follow-up na gagawin ng ibang mga tao doon. So, isipin natin kung paano i-handle ng Riot to.
A scary thing here is, they have pretty good burst damage now with the Kriknak as well as the Joker. I mean, Kriknak goes with the knock-up and then Joker just with the killing joke, and it's gonna be super bloody. You see here, Malok actually spots them out, but he doesn't want to contest at all. And then, again, I feel like this game is just more of Riot. I mean, okay, fine. For now, Myth has the advantage, but I think Riot, on the other hand, is just trying to put this to perspective. Na Myth will get the early game, but then as this game progresses, naman, maabot sila sa late game, and then that's where Riot might be more comfortable. Because at least if you can see it, nakuha ni Abyssal Dragon, yes, but Tier 1 towers are still up for both teams. Wala pa nasisira dito ang Myth.
And look at the delay na ginagawa ni Lomi dito with the Lubu. Sobrang grabe yung binigay niyang time doon for the MYT squad to get the Abyssal Dragon. Pero here comes agad Tantan dito. He's trying to deal damage. Uy, naku po, napakagandang setup naman nun. But still, mga kaibigan, natutumbahan pa rin. Mas madami pa rin ang numbers dito ng Myth.
Slims!
And Burst Slims dito. with the stun, pero Burst still alive, trying to get out of harm's way. Kit will go for the cleanup, pero eto na, Malok versus the Joker. The killing joke was thrown. One more hit dito for the Malok, and
Lumia! Oh
Joker
my goodness!
actually goes down, but still, mga kaibigan, I think Meet Esports dito got the upper hand dun sa laban na yun.
Little bit of the counter right hook nga naman coming from Riot. Thane was in the top lane trying to get this top tier tower, pero hindi niya nakuha ito. Could have been a really nice objective para sa Riot to actually, compensate for what happened in the bottom lane. But nice micro for their teammates. But this is what we're talking about. Riot is just trying to bait in Meet Esports. They have to survive, but at the end of the day, since sobrang dami na stack up ng Myth na XP as well as gold, the items as well as, again, the levels is just really helping them out in these dive potentials. Kahit man nagkaroon ng prolonged teamfight, even under the turret of Riot, it still was in the favor of Myth, sabi mo na nga. And Lomi gets a solo kill there on the Illumia.
And ito na nga, parang Asuray, sa net worth naman, dito natin talaga makikita kung paano ginagawa ng Myth yung trabaho nila. They're just going for the objectives, winning team fights, and tignan mo yung gold lead ngayon, 6K na. How will Riot bounce back? Ganito rin yung nangyari kanina sa kanila. Hindi ganun kalaki yung gold lead, nagbigay sila ng objectives, nagbigay sila ng team fights. Wala nang way kanina para makabawi sila. Pero tignan natin kung magagawa nila ng paraan to. Kasi kailangan talaga nila gawa ng paraan to ngayon.
And it seems like Slims might actually... okay, he might be in connection issues or something. But Tantan trying to run away, but the Lubu, syempre, with the slashes, just going with the dashes and slices his opponents with ease nga naman. 4-man stack into the bottom lane by Myth Esports as they try to look to get this bottom tier 2 in their hands. But at the same time, mid-side naman tayo mga kaibigan. Lubu with the rotations gets that mid-tier turret, and it seems like every single objective is just falling into the hands of Myth Esports.
And rank breaker dito for that Lubu. So, ibig sabihin, with the tankiness and proper damage, kayang-kaya na mag-takedown dito. At may nahuli na naman mga kaibigan, Malok will go down. And mainit ang laban sana. Kaso, nagkaroon nata tayo ng casualty of internet dito mga kaibigan.
Casualty of internet. I like that. I like that. But, I mean, I'm still uncertain kung ano magagawa sana if Slims was there, but at the end of the day, it feels like there's just so much more happening for Myth right now. If Riot tries to go aggressive, again, there's the control of the Alice, which I'm wondering why other teams don't actually pick up a control support. You need something to be able to dissipate the aggression nga naman of the opposing team, and Riot does not have something like that. I mean, yeah, Lumia has his ultimate, pero napakatagal na cooldown nun.
And it's actually dodgeable kung iisipin mo na hindi siya talaga reliable sa totoo lang eh. If you can't hold down dito yung mga heroes ng Myth Esports into one place kapag nag-ulti yung Illumia, wala ka rin expect eh.
I mean,
mahirap.
This is actually my first time seeing Arduin in action. He looks pretty badass, but I mean, that's just like a really, really off-game side note lang.
Yep.
29,000, almost 30,000 to the 17,000 ng Riot.
Like yung kanina pinag-usapan natin na sinabi mo ang angas ng itsura niya, but still, Illumia dito will get the setup, pero no follow-up mga kaibigan. And Myth Esports is gonna go for the cleanup, and I do think this is GG.
It definitely is. 9 minutes into the game, not the fastest that we've seen today, but I would say a pretty clean game for Myth Esports. Even though there was 3 kills for Riot, that only came from that bottom clash that happened when Riot tried to at least get that counterplay. Yung pinakamalaking bakay doon, I think, was Riot was really missing, the rotations talaga. That, again, is so vital in Arena of Valor.
Tsaka kung titignan mo yung levels dito ng Slims natin, tsaka yung Illumia ata is at level 8.
Yeah.
Yung Slims natin is at level 9. So, hindi talaga nangyayari yung dapat mangyari dito eh, para sa side ng Riot. And Myth dito will get the 2-0 win and they will take the series, mga kaibigan. But still, shoutouts dito kay Lomi commended. Grabe yung ginawa niyang, grabe yung pinakita niyang impact dun sa game as well as the Seniel. And ang hirap eh. Kasi aga sa dito, medyo nagkaroon siya ng onting problema. But still, kudos pa rin mga kaibigan dito sa side ng Riot. Ginawa pa rin nila lahat ng mga kaya nila. Meet Esports just too good para dito sa Riot.
Alright, so we'll pass it on to our analysts at the desk. So guys, desk it away.
Wait, Let's get away.
Let's get away.